Welcome to August's episode. I got here yesterday. It's the first weekend of August. It's really hot again yesterday, so didn't really do much. Didn't get here till a bit later than usual. Had a little look around, looked in the car park swim. There was a lot of fish in there, but looks like a lot of smaller fish really. People have been sort of having a go in there recently, and there's not been much success. Water's down quite low. I've just got a feeling they're not really feeding in there, just sunning themselves. So as much as it was tempting, I resisted, and come back round to no man. So got some bait out. Hadn't seen anything at all really to go on last night. Quiet night, but I did get myself a little one this morning. Nice little mirror, just under 20 pounds. So we'll get him out in a minute. We'll have a look. But yeah, nice little fish. And then shortly after that, the white rod's gone off, and that was a tench. Right old warrior it was, right old fish. But just unhooked him and let him go. So there's still one out there. We'll see what happens with that one. It's on the bit of the spot that hasn't done a bite yet, so yeah, can't say I'm mega confident with it, but we'll see. Yeah, well, let's get this fish out. Let's have a quick look. Here he is, smidgen under 20 pounds. Nice little colours on him. He's lost the scale somewhere. This side, it's like a bit of an old wound, but we'll treat that. Lovely little one. Well, that was good, wasn't it? I mean, only a little one, but got to take them little results when you can. It's been a quiet week. Nothing's come out. Unfortunately, the guy lost 2 yesterday morning, both the hook pulls. But other than that, it's been pretty quiet since last weekend. So yeah, I count myself lucky, really. But I'm going to get myself packed up soon. I was only on a quick overnighter. I've only got the one rod left in there, so I'm just going to have a pack down and leave that out till last knockings and get on my way. It's always a funny month, August, isn't it, for fishing? There's always stuff going on. I mean, there's a possibility I could be here next week, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Weekend after that, we've got the Embryo social, so we won't be here. We're going up to Broom Lake, so all of the bailiffs and fishery managers all go to Broom. I mean, Broom, it was there last year, it was brilliant. Broom's a big water, you know, there's 2 lakes there, so it's a fitting place really, because obviously there's quite a lot of volunteer staff for Embryo, so it means we can all get on there, we can all have a social for the weekend. It's really good to get there early on the Friday, have a draw, all go to your swims, get set up and everything, fish for the first night. And then on the Saturday there's a big barbecue that Embryo lay on. Just as a bit of a thank you, I think, for everyone that's involved and everyone that does their bit to keep the lakes going and keep them up to the standards they are. It's much appreciated, to be honest. It was lovely last year. Really enjoyed it. So really looking forward to that. And I will be getting some footage from there and capturing what I can, hoping to catch a fish, because last year, we didn't really get on them. So we all left blank in that last year. So yeah, I'm hoping to change that this year and actually get one. But it's not just about the fishing really, you know, it's about the social, and that was the best part of it last year, so we're looking forward to that. But then the week after that, me and Guff have got his sister's wedding to go to, so it's going to be limited time on Devils this month. But, you know, I'm hoping the guys will be able to help me muck in with some footage and stuff. And we'll still get an episode together, so I'm going to get packed up. We'll see if anything happens with this last rod, fingers crossed. I am being greedy now with the way things have been, but you never know. We'll catch up in a bit. Right, that's it for this session. Nothing else happened for me. Just as I was walking away from the swim, one of the members called me, and he'd had one duck in the reeds, he had a bite over in the swamp. So I went and got the boat to see if he was still on, because he thought he was still connected to it, but unfortunately he'd took it out and left it in the reeds for him. So managed to get it all back, so that was one thing. And as I come past one of the other members, he'd had a nice scraper 20 this morning, nice linear. So I think that was the only other action on the lake as far as I know. But yeah, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be here next week yet. But if I'm not, I'm sure to fill you in on what's gone on anyway. So we'll see what happens, and we'll catch up next time. Hey up. Now I know I said I wouldn't be back here for a few weeks. What are we, mid-August now? Got the Embryo social coming up at the weekend, but got a few days off this week. Powers that be gave me the nod to come and have a go with this weather change. Still warm, but pressure's dropped a bit more overcast, come out of that really hot spell. It was all looking good, so yeah, got the nod. Got down yesterday, and yeah, gone and bagged a nice mirror this morning. Photographed it last year. As soon as I saw it, it was one I've always wanted to catch. Got a little orange spot on it. 28 6, lovely fish. So yeah, gonna get him out and have a look in a minute. Hey, see you then. He's a belter, isn't he, this one? Shoulders on him.
Yep.
Happy?
Yep.
Thank you. Wow. He goes strong as an ox. Well, that was good, wasn't it? Lovely mirror that is. Massive shoulders on it. Yeah, definitely got some room to grow, that one. And like I say, one I've always wanted to catch since photographing it last year. That mad little orange spot on it. Yeah, lovely fish. So we might just have a quick catch up on what's been going on. Excuse me. So, old Mr. Consistent, one of the members, he was down at the weekend when it was roasting hot. I think he blanked on his first night, and then he went and had a 21-pound mirror on his last night, so that was good. I think another chap as well, the day before that, one of the members, he was fishing down the other end of the lake. He had some fish showing near him, just off of where he was actually, where his rigs were. Moved his rigs over, and then ended up catching a lovely 24-pounder mirror again. Getting a real nice one. So that was all sort of at the end of last week and into the weekend. Graham was here Sunday night. He went and had himself a lovely little 24-pound mirror. He got himself a little bit of footage of that. Let's have a quick look at this.
24 pound. Caught on simple tactics. Bottom bait. Just a load of pellet, house pellet. That's all it takes. Happy days.
Yeah, so he was happy. Another nice fish. And then a couple of guys turned up yesterday, just when I got here. Put themselves over in the car park swim for a little social. Again, the guys don't get a great deal of opportunity to fish. And last night, one of them in Lazy Man's went and caught himself shoulders. Absolutely over the moon with that, he was. I think it was just over 36 pounds, something like that. So really good to see her packing the weight back on again. I mean, that fish, she always recovers really well. She loves bait, so although she's done a couple of captures already, really down in weight, so it's really good to see her piling it back on. Just one of the mega old ones, that one, and she'll be back up to full weight in no time. Pretty confident she'll go over 40 as well at some point. I think biggest capture was 38 pounds something last December, so I reckon that she'll be there or thereabouts come winter. So yeah, top of that with the one I had this morning as well, been reasonably productive with the weather being pretty pony, to be honest. So it's looking brilliant today. It's all overcast, little bits of rain coming down for the first time in God knows how long. I mean, it's not pissing down, but it's just trickling in, looking absolutely cock on. So I'm sneaking another night. I've got to be off early in the morning. Another member just turned up. He's walking around having a look about, so hopefully he'll get himself one. So yeah, see how the day goes. We'll catch up in a little bit. Right, we're into the afternoon. Well, let's say evening now. Got the rods back out, and then within 20 minutes, one of them roared off. I thought it was a tench at first. It's the first drop back take I've had in here. Just every tench bite I've had has been a drop back, so I just assumed it was a tench, picked it up. It was coming towards me, so yeah, I did think it was a tench for a minute, and then it picked up a head of steam and charged off down the left, tucked me up behind something, right down the margin. But I kept the pressure on for a while, and it just weren't budging, so I slackened off, and then within about 30 seconds it got itself out of there, and then managed to get him in the net. So yeah, it was only a little one, real strong fish. It was £19.10, something like that. Yeah, real nice colours on him, but yeah, have a quick look at this. Right, here he is. A few ounces under £20. Give me a right run around, this did. Lovely colours on him, but yeah, he tried to go down the left, the swim, tucked me up down there for a minute. I had to slacken off, and then he come out. Real powerful fish for the size of him. But yeah, not complaining. Don't normally get bites at this time of the afternoon. Just look at the colours on his tail. Little bruiser. Yeah, so happy with that. I say he's only a little fella, but real good fight. So I'm just contemplating whether to bother put that rod back out there. They're all pretty close together. I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to see how it goes. I've still got two out in the zone. They're obviously down there, so I don't know whether bombing a lead near is the thing to do, but I don't know. I'm going to have a think about that. we'll see how the rest of the evening goes. Got to shoot off pretty early in the morning, but I'm going to try and pack up really early. I think we've got a bit of rain coming in. Try and leave the rods out for as long as possible. So yeah, hopefully we'll have one in the morning, but we'll catch up then. Morning. It was bloody carnage yesterday afternoon. Massive storm rolled in. After putting that fish back, not long after that, the middle rod was away, and yeah, this one put up a real good fight. Turned out to be a real scaly mirror, just over 27 pounds. Absolute lovely fish. Yeah, have a quick look at this. Look at the scales on him. He's a proper one. Oh, yes. Absolute beast of a fish. Right, come on then, mate. I'll get you back. The way it's got these scales, the way they drop off, it's really strange but really unique.
Tail up a bit. Head round towards me a bit. That's it. Tail up. Perfect conditions. Lake that's all moody. Absolutely bang on.
Go on in, mate. Strong as an ox.
It's pissing down.
Weldy of a carp. Real special on that one. I looked on the Embryo website, and that fish hasn't been out since 2020. It was £20 then, so it's really been doing well. I thought it was clover at first when I first see it in the water, but it wasn't. Yeah, but real cracker. And got to say thanks to Graham there, because he was indoors and I was running out of leads because I'm waiting for a delivery. You know, I've run out of my favourite hooks. I just had nothing going on. I didn't think I was going to be able to fish through the night. And Graham, bless him, come over and done the pictures for me in the pissing down rain. There was thunder and lightning and all sorts going on. And he come out and brought me some leads and hooks and done the pictures for me. So big thanks to him for that. I did manage to get the 2 rods back out, but just before dark. And nothing happened through the night until 4 this morning. And then the middle rod, that's been probably the most consistent rod, went off, and it was a bloody tench. So I've left that rod out because, you know, trying to get it back in there in the dark would have been a bit of a nightmare that I couldn't be bothered to deal with, to be honest. So there's still 2 in, but I've got to shoot off soon. So I'm going to start packing up now, see what happens in the last couple of hours. So yeah, we'll catch up at the end. Right, that's it, all packed up, back of the van. Nothing else happened. Well, until I reeled the last rod in. And literally as I picked it up, reeled in the last lead, one flopped out right over the spot and said goodbye to me as I was going. And it's always nice when they do that, but I can't hang about, I had to get going. So yeah, off to the social now this weekend. Really looking forward to it, so I'll get whatever footage I can. Just going to go and put my captures into the sun and in hut, and then I'm out of here. So we'll catch up at the weekend.
Just getting some live scenes for your vlog, Justin. It's currently 9:50 AM.
Starting with a bang. Right, we're at Broom for the social. Looking forward to this. Bloody roasting again, but we've had a good look around. Water's quite low here at the moment, and there's quite a few people, but I've had a little look over on the blue lake and saw a fair few fish showing over there. Didn't really see anything on the big lake. So yeah, it's all hinging on the draw now, so we're just waiting for everyone to arrive. We're going to take the draw and hope we can get over on Blue Lake. So yeah, we'll catch up after that and see where we end up. We'll see you then. Right, we didn't come out that great in the draw, but we still ended up getting our second choice of swims, which was handy. We've ended up coming on to the Blue Lake, which is what we fancied. But we just ended up opposite where we originally sort of looked at. But we've seen quite a few fish in the area. So yeah, it's looking promising. Just marching the last bit of kit round, and we're having a barbecue this evening, and then we've got the one laid on by Embryo tomorrow. So looking forward to that. So yeah, we'll see how the evening goes. Probably not going to have much time to do too much footage, but if we manage to get amongst any fish, you'll know about it. But yeah, we'll catch up in a bit. Right, good morning. Another hot one. This is Blue Lake. Not much happened for us last night, which was strange really, because we were seeing a lot of activity over where we were fishing. I really thought it was going to happen in the night, but none of us four had anything. I think maybe the guys on the other side there might have had one or two, and I think a few come out over on the big lake, on Broom Lake. Nothing massive from what I hear, but they had a few bites over that side. Yeah, lovely place this. Bigger than I remember. And I know it done its first 40 a couple of months ago, I think. A month or so ago. So there's some decent fish in here. It's a big old place. But we're just going to see out morning bite time and not really seeing a great deal happening now. Lovely barbecue last night. I mean, it is quite packed. It's anything when we do these socials, there's a lot of people here. Everyone has to double up in the swims. Obviously everyone gets here, no one really knows the lake, everyone's throwing leads around. I think it just puts the fish on edge sometimes. It's mine and Gov's swim. There's not much happening out here at the minute. Seen a few show this morning, but they've been a bit further out. I'll come over here. There's just Graham over there, and that's where Graham and Dave are, and this next swim down. And you've got the car park over there, full of vans. But yeah, really nice place. But we're getting ready to head over to Broom Lake in a few hours, because the barbecue and the social part of the weekend starts around 1 o'clock. They've even got a big screen set up so we can watch the football, and I think possibly the boxing will be on later. I don't think we're going to hang around for that because it's not on till late, and I want to get the rods back in and see if we can make something happen. But yeah, we'll catch up in a little bit. Have you hit? Yeah. In? Yay! Get in. Nice. Mate. Thank you. Edge rod did produce. Well, that was the result, wasn't it? Yeah, again, didn't really look like much was going to happen. I was fishing one in the edge here, just because of how hot it is, really. I did see one show last night, and then I just wandered down here to have a little look. Couldn't really see much going on. Walked back to the swim, and then it went off. So, yeah, nice. Just over £23. So happy with that. We're going to head over to the barbecue in a minute. Looking forward to a bit of grub. See everyone else. I think quite a few people have had a few. I don't think there's been nothing sort of monstrous come out, but quite a few bites nonetheless. So yeah, it should be a good buzz about the place. But I'll try and get a bit of footage of it as we go along, and we're going to come back and get the rods back out and hope for another one. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. Right, just got round to the barbecue. Everyone's already tucking in. Tell you what, I just had a bit, it was lovely. Yeah, see how many people are stumbling around by the end of the day. But yeah, we'll catch up in a bit. Right, well, yes, it was a good day. Barbecue was lovely. Went on for a good few hours, eating and drinking as you do. Yeah, we come back early evening, try and get some fishing done. We did see a fair few. It was looking good again. It wasn't long after putting some bait out that Gus's rod went off. I think it was about in the water for about half an hour, if that. And off it went. Only a little one, but still welcomed. Yeah, have a quick look at this.
That is a baby. We'll have it.
That'll do.
Oh, is it?
Oh, he's making the most of it.
I was looking at great. What?
Because that little bit drops off there.
Dive down.
Oi, oi! Tail up a little bit.
What a baby. Spinning.
Yeah, right result. He was happy with that. Nothing else happened for the rest of the evening, even though it was looking spot on after that bite. I did have one in the night, low double. Didn't really get any pictures of him, just sort of unhooked him in the net and let him go. It was a nice little mirror. So we're just in the stages of packing up now. We have to be off here by 12. I think we're going to leave a little bit earlier than that. We're going to try and see out to the sort of bite time I had yesterday, because there seemed to be a little bit of activity around the lake around 9 o'clock. So going to hang on till then. So yeah, we'll catch up in a bit. Hopefully something else happens. But if not, we'll speak to you at the end. Right, that's it. End of the social. Bloody lost one right at the end there. I was hanging on for the same time I had the bite yesterday. Rods were on the deck, everything was packed away, and then like clockwork, exactly the same time. We're over there, by the way. Yeah, exactly the same time. The rod's gone off on the deck, and it pulled me through some weed. The line was cutting through some weed, but managed to walk down the bank and get that free, and then playing the fish for a few minutes, and then the hook popped out. It didn't feel like a good fish, so a little bit gutting, but that was the signal to go. Everything was packed up anyway, so yeah, Gus is just getting the last bits on the motor, and then we're heading off. Most people have gone now. What a brilliant weekend. Turns out that the fella, or two blokes opposite us, I know one of them's definitely from Corcuts. I'm not sure about the other one, what lake they come from, but yeah, one had the biggest fish in here. I think it was 42, something like that, and that was a PB for him, so I saw him getting drenched, so that was a brilliant result. And I think the chap next to him in the point swim, he had, I think it's a fish called the Little Head Mirror. Absolutely mega fish. I'm not sure how big it was, but it looks like a chunk to me. A real lovely fish, tiny little head on it. I'm going by the name, but you'll see it's got, yeah, tiny little head. It's just been a brilliant weekend. You know, hats off to Embryo. They've done this last year. You know, it was just a brilliant weekend from Friday to today. They put on all the food, you know, really looked after us. They even gave us a gift yesterday. We all got a pair of Embryo bank sticks, which was well received, because my current ones, the tops just decided to fall off of them, so it couldn't have been better timing, so I was well happy with that. And at the barbecue, normally the gaffer, Mr. Fairbrass, comes, but I think he had to have a holiday cancellation in July, so he had to move his holiday to this month, but he come through to us on video link, which was really nice of him on his holiday. And he had a chat with everyone, see how it was all going and everything. Thanked everyone for the work that goes into the lakes. So yeah, that was lovely as well. Just a brilliant weekend, absolutely brilliant weekend. It's good to see all the chaps as well. Everyone's sort of packing up now and getting on their way. Considering the conditions, there's been quite a lot of fish out. And I've managed to get a few pics from people. But yeah, really enjoyed it. So we're on the long journey home now. I'd love to come back here at some point in the future as well. I mean, this blue lake, you know, it's really coming on now. Some of the fish are absolutely gorgeous in here, and yeah, I feel like we only scratched the surface really from what I saw on the opposite side. Some mega fish in here. So yeah, hopefully one day we'll get back up here and have another go. But for now, I'm gonna have to love you and leave her and get off. Got a long journey, so won't be at Devil's next weekend. Me and Guff got to go to his sister's wedding, so. But I have heard of some captures over this weekend. Mega big tench come out, and a few carp from what I gather. But what I'll do is I'll wait till after next weekend, and then we'll do a full roundup of what's happened over this weekend and the following weekend. So yeah, we'll stay in touch with the place. But see you next time, and thank you, Embryo. Right, welcome back. Bloody hell, there's a lot to go through, let me tell you. Just missing them few weekends. I mean, obviously we had the social, and then we was at that wedding last weekend. Although I did, excuse me, pop in on the Saturday to do a walk round. I didn't fish, but bloody hell did it fish well that weekend. So there's loads to go through. I'm gonna try and remember everything. Forgive me if I forget anything, but it's just fished so well. But let's start leading up to the social weekend. So one of the members went and had himself a nice sort of, I think it was 24 pounds, something like that. But he got a little bit of footage, so yeah, quickly look at this. Hey, get in there, boy. 24 and a half. Woo! So yeah, that was good. I think he'd had a couple of losses before that, and tweaked his tactics, and then ended up landing that fish. So yeah, he was made up with that. I don't think anything else happened in that week leading up to that, because then the morning we went to the social, I popped in here first thing on the Friday morning, and just as I turned up, the same chap had gone and caught another one. Lovely mirror, 26 if I remember rightly, so you have to forgive me, like I said, there's been so many caught. I'm sure it was around 26 pounds, something like that. Real beautiful mirror. So I got to photograph that before heading off. And then I think for the rest of that weekend, whilst we was at the social, not many carp come out, excuse me, but one of the members did have a whopping great big tench. Taking a record for the lake for it. I mean, we don't make a big deal out of it, but it's such a big fish. I actually caught it last year at just over 11 pounds, and he had it 11.14, I think. Yeah, bruiser of a tench, but I think he got plagued a little bit by the tench, but had that monster to sort of make it a bit better, I suppose, because it's still a mega fish to catch something of that size. So and then I think on the last day of that weekend, one of the members went and caught cluster, mega weight. It's, you know, none of us have seen it that big. It was 29.12, I think it was, but he grabbed a little bit of footage. So yeah, have a quick look.
So my camera's not listening to me. But look at this, 29.12. It's a beauty, stunner. Look at that. I've tried to have bits already, so I'm not going to hold her out for too long. She's gorgeous. couple of the other side as well. Look. Stunning. 29.12. Happy with that.
Yeah, love that fish. I'm really pleased to see it piling it on like that. Always had a feeling it was going to push up on weight, but it sort of stayed around sort of 23, 24 for a while. And now it's really sort of packed it on now. So yeah, he was happy. And then I don't think much else happened until the weekend just gone. So the weekend I missed fishing, all hell broke loose. I couldn't have picked a worse weekend, me and Guff, to not be there. It just fished so well. So one of the members was in the shallow water. He caught a fish called Barton's Fully. I think it was 26 pound again. Yeah, mega fish. Love that fish as well. Never caught that one, but that was really good. Cast into shows, I think, and paid off. And then I think it was the Saturday night. One of the other members went and caught himself clover. Now this one hasn't been out for a while. You know, it hasn't been out for just over a year, I think. New top weight, 34 pound 14, I think it was. Mega fish. Absolutely love that fish. Like I say, really good to see it because and piling on the weight as well. So that happened. I think that was the Saturday or the Friday. I can't remember. It's all sort of so jumbled up because so much happened. And then the following morning, the morning after that, one of the members went and caught. Well, he had a mega session. It all kicked off one morning for him. I think he had 4 bites. He lost 2, but he landed again. Absolutely gorgeous fish called the 2-tone fully. So it was last out over a year ago again. It was 28 pound when it was last caught, and yeah, 36 pound 12, I think it was, something like that. Over 36 pound anyway. Absolute brute of a fish. Still looked like I had some weight to put back on. Just all a bit shocked by that because, like I say, haven't seen it for a while, and then it comes out absolutely massive. Then I think he lost a couple, and then he ended up landing another lovely fully scaled, which was 26 pounds something. So yeah, he had and by the way, that was a PB, which was you know, he got soaked and all the rest of it, but yeah, he left a very happy angler. So then I think that was the last of the action. Oh no, sorry, tell a lie. One of the members turned up, I think, because that was the bank holiday weekend. So then someone turned up to fish into the Monday, or they was here, and then they moved around to where the action was. And I think then he went on to catch 2 really nice sort of low 20 mirrors. Again, really nice ones, really lovely ones. And then I think that was sort of the end of the captures then, because then they all left on the Monday. But then we come into the last week of August, and I think it was yesterday or the day before, a chap turned up, doesn't get to come a great deal, and one of the members, and then he found himself having 6 bites. Unfortunately lost 3 of them due to different things, but the 3 landed. Wow. He had the dustbin at 33 pounds something. Again, been out a couple of times in spring, but hasn't been seen for a while, but sticking steady with the weight. 33 pounds, so yeah, he was over the moon with that. That was a PB. Unfortunately I was around to drench him, so yeah, we'll have to get him soon. But he then went on to have a 26 pound mirror, another lovely one, and then to top it off he caught clover again. Literally a couple of days after it's been caught, the first time it's been seen in ages, and he must have gone over to the shallow water, had a sulk, and then fancied a boilie. So come out again, a little bit smaller, I think 34.2, 34.3, something like that. But another PB for the member. So How he didn't get drenched, I do not know. But there you go, he got away with it. But 2 PBs smashed. Just a brilliant few weeks fishing. And muggins here weren't there, but never mind. That's what happens, I suppose, sometimes. But I think that brings us up to scratch. I will double check that because, like I say, so much happened. But yeah, I think that basically run us right out to the last day of August. Right, I'm just going to interrupt myself there because I did forget one of the captures. So I'm just going to squeeze it in before we sign off this month's episode. So yeah, on that same weekend, so the weekend where it all kicked off, the bank holiday weekend, one of the guys did manage to, he was sort of in the middle of where it was kicking off both ends, didn't really have much going on in front of him, ended up moving and then bagged himself another lovely fully. Again, I think it was 26 or 27 pounds. I don't know what was going on that weekend because the fullies were coming out all over the place, and like I say, they're pretty rare fish. You don't see them a great deal, so yeah, well done to him. But let's get back to the other bit of talking. So it's been a brilliant month, absolutely brilliant month for fishing, and it doesn't normally kick off in August here, you know, but it really did this time. And some big fish caught, big fish, some fish we haven't seen for over a year, big weights, just brilliant, just brilliant bit of fishing. So yeah, that's it, wrapped up. That's August, done and dusted. On to September. You know, we all like September. It can be a funny month. I mean, I remember a few seasons ago on here, no one had a bite for 5 weeks, you know, right the way through September. I think last week of August, then right the way through September, we didn't, no bites at all. Last year, it was much better in September, so fingers crossed it can stay fishing the way it has been. You know, there's still quite a few good fish that haven't been caught, so there's still plenty to go at. So yeah, see how we get on in the next month. We'll see you then.